Hey, it's Miss Lady T. What's up? Happy Saturday. December 27th. I kid you not. And I'm going to pull some cards too. I know I don't do it very often, but today I literally could call people out on their bullshit. Literally. As shit progressed through the day, I'm just like, how? What? When you see shit, you see shit. And it's just like, and they're listening to you. They're listening to you. Everything you say, they're listening to you. I don't know how, why. Well, I do know why, because they want to get in your head, which, okay. Get in there. Good luck. The more they try me, the more bullshit I see. And I can't get mad. I can't get frustrated. I mean, sometimes you get frustrated. But things that make you go, a little CNC Music Factory thing, And the more shit I literally went out to work. You work alone at this job. I mean, you're with people, but you take your order and your trolley and you go and do your shit. And you're by yourself when you do this. And literally, as I'm picking stuff for my job, and I'm just like, I said, I call so much bullshit on so much stuff. It's just, I see it. I see what's happening. I know what they're doing. I know what their plan is. I can't help it. I can't help it that I can see what you're doing and hear what you're doing. And I catch everything. And it's just, it's not, overthinking. I mean, you can overthink at times. But there's something to be said when you say something like, I had to wait on an article of food or whatever that wasn't out yet, and it wasn't due till later on in the morning. Okay, so you just park your trolley and you start a new one. And the person was kind of real short with me, kind of frustrated with me, and like, I'll get it to you before then. Blah, 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 blah. So I go back, park my trolley into the refrigeration unit because there was like cheese and milk and stuff in there, so we had to park it in there until I was waiting on potatoes. Okay, whatever. It's like loaded potatoes, sour cream and shit, something that wasn't on the shelf and I had to wait on. And this guy's kind of short in the morning. At times he can be okay, a level, but other times, people are going through stuff, and I don't know people's lives. I don't, pry or anything. But I got back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting on potatoes. It's like, but they wasn't there, and he's waiting, so I'm going to start another trolley. It's like, okay, just park it and start another trolley. Within 5 seconds, I walk out on the floor and get ready to start. And he's like, man, I got your potatoes. I got them over here, and just kind of crawling up my butt a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, I played it off, whatever, but I'm like, I literally just said something about this person, not bad, but I was just like, come on now, they got all their shit there, and it was like, and it's hard to understand, I guess, unless you was in my job, but as the day went on, and I was just like, oh my God, I see this, I see it. And it's like, real kind, real nice. Here, I got this. Go, it's on the shelf. I had to run and get it. No big deal. And, oh yeah. I'm like, man, I can't take you nowhere not. Just short conversations, just being, silly. But besides that, it was just like, I see how things are going. I see how people act. And just pay attention. Pay attention. Let me cut this deck. I'm really curious to see just the first card out is the Fool. And they're acting like they don't know what's going on. Or they want you to be acting like because you're healed. And maybe you need a rest because you just got home from work and you're tired. But just, I don't have my phone set up on my stand. It says endings in defeat. That's why they're acting so weird, because they sense what's going on. And I'm not just talking like at work. I don't know these people at work or if they have any involvement or whatever, but Empress energy under the Fool card. So yeah, they're all up in their shit because they know that the Devil. He's definitely involved. He's definitely involved in there because they're trying to mess with your head. They're trying to mess with everything, but they got the Emperor coming out. Father, power, domination. Yeah, they want to rule over everything. And it's a job. You have to obey the rules. You have to do what you're supposed to do. But it don't mean you have to be abused. And if you want to call bullshit, call bullshit. Not that they're going to really do anything or say anything like, oh yeah, I was fucking with you. They ain't going to say that. You're just going to have to deal with it. Pray about it. I pray. I say thank you. I say thank you a lot. And I kid you not, I go into the produce department and there's a balloon. Random balloon. Sitting on some, beside some oranges or something. Just, it says thank you on it. Just little things like that. The things I pick. I'll pick toilet paper. I need toilet paper. I'll get mop refills. I need to mop the floor. Just work tells me all day what I need to do. I got excited. Was it yesterday? I think it was. Olive Garden croutons and Olive Garden dressing. And I'm like, damn, you can have the whole Olive Garden experience now. You just buy it. Make it at home, and I'm like, remarkable, unbelievable. You can just not pay, the expensive bill, make your, spaghetti or your pasta, and have your Olive Garden salad. And I was so excited about Olive Garden croutons, and I was just like, just a small thing, just stuff I like to eat. A lot of times, that's what I'm picking all day. And I get confused on the meat stuff, like the T-bones and I've had pork chops and hamburger and stuff, but pork loin and I don't know none of this stuff. I never made it. Pork butt, beef butt. My ex used to do smoking, like the smoker stuff. But I know I need to eat more fruits and vegetables, and a lot of times I'm picking more like carrots. Pick carrots every day because you can see, so you can see better. This whole journey just blows my mind. And as much issues and troubles that's come to me, I see other people and the way they act and stuff, but I am truly blessed. Hands down, I am truly blessed. They're receiving some pain. Or they want you to be in pain. I'm just picking these off the top. I shuffled them earlier. Family energy. I hate that. I don't hate things, but your family's got a lot to do with stuff, and it sucks. And maybe they're your real family, maybe they're not. But it makes you think, if they're really your family and they really love you, I don't think a lot of stuff that you've went through, that they've watched you go through, and they just sit back, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. No support, no nothing. I mean, some support maybe a little bit, but just, you catch little side digs, little side comments, and it's like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? And I know other families could be a lot worse. Other families could be a lot better. And, I think everybody's kind of got a dysfunctional family a little bit. There's always a couple in there, or one or two, that's just like, what are you doing? Why are you acting this way? But just pay attention to every little thing. And I know you can't always do that because some days they're hectic. Some days you don't have time to listen to, every song that comes on. the songs on the radio that plays while I'm working, I'll have an earphone in sometimes and play my songs. But I always have one ear open so I can hear, the radios and the radio, like the walkie-talkie and stuff, because sometimes we got to communicate with other people in other departments. But you hear shit. And you look at people, and you're just like, I call bullshit. I was early this morning. It was like 9 o'clock. I'm like, I call bullshit. And I went up to another, it was a vendor, and I'm just like, when things just don't seem right? She goes, yeah, when the spread's just not spreading right. I'm like, yeah, when the bread's pulling up with the spread, some math ain't mathing. And you're pissing people off. You're still wearing a smile, and that's pissing them off. So whatever you do, whatever you go through, even if it's shitty, even if they're crapping on you or not crapping on you, try to wear a smile. Try to be good. And it's sometimes hard because work can be frustrating sometimes. People at work can be frustrating at times. Take stuff with a grain of salt. Watch people, how they act around you. Watch your job. I truly believe some things that's happened in my work and my job has been a little bit too deliberate to be just, oh, well, that happens. Oh, well, that happened. Every time, every day. Come on now. I refuse to believe that everybody else is going through the same. Because I'll talk to people and I'm like, I called this, but this happened. And they're just looking like, well, how did that happen when that person wasn't even back here and you... I'm like, exactly. When it's very, very obvious. Very obvious. And you see people doing stuff on the computer and I'm just like, come on. And I may get flack for this. I don't know. But I'm just saying being aware. And I'm not talking bad about people. Everybody has their job and everybody's expected to do their job. You stay busy up till time you go home. I'm pulling one more. You're getting fulfillment. They know this. Maybe you don't know it, but they know it. I know it. It may not be right now. It may not be tomorrow. It might be in the next 5 minutes. I don't know. Have faith. Have hope and joy. Just besides all the spell work and all the shit they send you and everything they want you to go through and everything you've been through has made you what you are right this minute. Whether you're where you want to be right now or your goals, always have a goal. Don't get stagnant where you're sitting like, well, this ain't too bad. Everything's okay. And you can be, I guess not passive, passive. Be happy where you're at. Live for right now. Everybody's, live for today. Look ahead. Try not to look back. Those days are gone. Learn from them. Move forward. But just have goals. Have goals and strive to achieve them. And if you run into potholes and obstacles and blockages sometimes, that means you're getting somewhere. Because people don't want you to be happy all the time. I was on a live earlier. I was watching a tarot reader, maybe not even 5 minutes. And I was just like, oh, 100%, preach it, God sees everything. And some person got on there, and I put much love on there. I always put much love after a lot of things I say. And this person, I don't even know the handle name. I'm not even going to call him out because it's not even making him relevant. But he put the devil head in a heart. The devil head in a heart. Just spamming this woman's live chat. And he's like, you can't ban me. Devil, heart, devil. And it was just like... And she was talking about how you need to be you. Quit trying to be like everybody else. Be you, boo. And I put that in the comments. And this person's like, devil heart. And I'm like, serve God and serve the devil. And you tell me, the devil's going to pave that road. It's going to be like, no blockages. Here's some money. You just got to screw that one over. Steal over here. Rob over here. You know what's right. Most of us have been raised to know right from wrong. Do right. Just do right. People's going to be pissed off because you're doing right, or try to do the right thing. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. I don't care how... You can be tempted by shit and making shortcuts. Just try to do your best. Do your best. Try to keep your wits about you. Try to keep your mood in check. Because everybody can get pissed. Everybody can get upset. Everybody can be happy too. So I'm just like, what makes you feel better? Being happy or being pissed and upset? You can think about it. It's okay to think about shit that happens and stuff. Because that's what makes you grow. And you learn from these lessons. But I'm just here to say, happy Saturday. Keep doing the good things you're doing. No devil hearts and shit, you know. Dude, if you want to go serve him, go right on the head. Hell is right there, and this is going to be just as hot as it was yesterday when, you know, people's doing the most, and they shouldn't be doing it. I want to look forward to love and light and laughter and happiness. And no, I'm not married. No, I don't have a boyfriend. I'm very content where I'm at. But I love love. I love love. I love seeing people hold hands. I love seeing people give each other a hug. You know, it's just... I just love that people... You know, people who show affection and are good to each other. And older couples, I see it at work, and they're shopping together, and they're, you know, should we get this for supper tonight? Maybe we should get that for supper tonight. Or, you have some of this at home? Yeah, we still have some of that. We don't need no more. Just hearing conversations. You don't have to intervene in them or anything like that. But just pay attention that you think you're in a really bad spot. Maybe somebody's in a worse spot than you are. And I don't want to look down on people. I respect my authority. I you know, respect my, you know, bosses and stuff. But it's just, you have to shake your head. I mean, you have to, you know, follow the rules and do what you need to do. You know, hold your tongue when you need to hold your tongue. You don't need to, you know, spout off over time. But when this shit happened this morning, and I really can't get into it, and there was another woman coming, I'm like, I was holding my eyes just like that. I'm like, and then another lady come around the corner. And she wasn't looking at nobody. She's like, I'm just thinking. And I said, yeah, I'm thinking too. I said, I'm thinking I smell bullshit. I said, there's a big pile of yeah. And it's just, it's funny how other people will try to mimic you and stuff. But not that they was mimicking me or anything like that. But I'm just like, and I explained to another coworker what happened. That's weird. I'm like, and she'd been there a lot longer than me, so she would know that, you know, if there's a likely explanation, that there would be one. But there wasn't. There wasn't no explanation. I was already halfway in starting this cart, and all of a sudden, it's already took over, and it's just like, nobody's back here but me getting ready to start a cart. And I'm thinking, how was it? How did that? And what? No big deal. I just called up, you know, request another one. No big deal. But sometimes you'll run into different problems and stuff. And I think some of these problems are planted. I'm not going to lie. I think a lot of times stuff's planted just to see how you'll react. And you see new faces at work. I just... There's too much going on that you can't... as much as I see, it's just... bullshit. Anyway, Miss Lady T, like, share, subscribe, love one another, be good, serve the Most High, pray every day. Miss Lady T.